Hey, what's going on, everybody? Max here with BB, and today for 10 minutes max, we're going to do a very quick update on Andy, Wolf, Pepe, really just kind of like the ETH Boys Club tickers in general, some of my favorites. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, but you know how this goes. Usually I go over 10 minutes, so we'll see. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So this is actually Andy ETH. This here is Andy USD. So I'll do a very quick update on what I am seeing right now, as we're kind of starting to push up here, right? We're just waiting for our L1 confluence. ETH is kind of having a little red day, so Andy is actually still green on the day, but as ETH started selling off, we started pushing back down a little bit. But all in all, this chart looks really incredible because you look at this range right here, and let's just make it a standard range right here. This is a monster accumulation range right here. Okay, this is a huge accumulation range, and we are now breaking out of it. So really, it's fair to assume that, if we did come back, like this is all major accumulation. If we came back in and held that level, I would expect a very pronounced and immediate bid. But it really is looking like it's ready for price discovery. I mean, we have been effectively ranging here, since the all-time high, and we're now starting to push up here and conquer some levels, which is great, right? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to look at this chart and just go, oh yeah, this is looking really good. And I'm gonna pop over to Wolf real quick. And then we're going to look at Pepe, Andy, and Wolf all together. Then we're going to do some comparisons and also some pairs, and just kind of try to do a quick little summary here. Wolf looking very similar to Andy, but a little bit ahead of it. And actually, it's interesting because Wolf off of this low back here in September actually led just a little bit. But I mean, Wolf, again, another member of the boys club, just looking absolutely fantastic. It's in price discovery effectively. Like, here's the thing: is this wick is not it's not on Dex's. It is on TradingView. It might have been like a giant MEV bot or something like that, but I'm pretty sure this is the actual all-time high is right here. So Wolf is now in price discovery, looking absolutely incredible. You've got this mega demand right down here, protecting, this little drop. So you can see even locally here, right? Accumulation, breakout, just got a local retest, and we're getting a reaction there. So Wolf looking absolutely incredible. But um I want to talk about Pepe, Andy, Wolf, and then I want to jump back into the pairs. Okay, so like Landwolf against Pepe, Andy against Pepe, things like that. So let's do the comparison real quick, because I want to talk about the timing of these breakouts, right? So we just spent a couple minutes, just looking at Andy and Wolf, just kind of setting the stage a little bit here. But now here's Pepe, right? Here's the alpha. Here's the king of frogs, all right? The mighty king of frogs right in front of you right here. All right, so I want to talk about the timing of this, all right? So here's Andy and here's Wolf, and we'll actually leave them in a line chart. That's fine, just because I think it's easy to see. And then here's Wolf, and we'll just change the color purple a little bit here. And actually, why don't we just for the sake of it, why don't we put Pepe in a line chart as well? Just because it makes it a little bit easier to see, I think. And then I can zoom out a little bit and it doesn't get blurred. I think that's perfectly fine. I think we can work with this. All right. So let's move this up to existing pane above. All right. And we're going to move Wolf up as well. Now, this is really important to understand because a lot of people have asked me, like, hey, I see Pepe is, ripping here. Why isn't the rest of the boys club moving? And this is the answer that I give them. I don't necessarily tell them, I show them, right? Because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's look back at the price history of all of this, all right? And I'll label this real quick. I don't want anybody to forget. I know some of you guys are newer to the channel. A lot of you guys are like, Max, you don't need to label everything. We already know. If we're here, we're going to do it the right way. We're going to make this beautiful, okay? Because some of this stuff, if it's new to you, it's difficult to understand. And I need you guys to understand this stuff. right? And I think the colors and making it neat really helps with that, okay? So let's take a look at the last, big move that all these the ETH Boys Club had, okay? Oops. Don't know how I made that mistake. Pepe, Andy, Wolf. All right. So for one, you can see how similar all of these charts are, right? You can see how similar all these charts are. Now, I want to talk about the timing of the breakout. When did Andy and Wolf start ripping? All right. They started ripping on this line here. We'll just make it black line. We'll make it a little bit thicker. Andy and Wolf started ripping here. I mean, right in this region right here, you know, Andy rallied like 800% and Wolf rallied like, thousands of percent, right? Because it was at the time, this was like a 2 million, it was brand new, right? So it went crazy. I'm not expecting I'm not expecting Wolf to go like 5,000x on, or 5,000% of the next move. It could go crazy, and we'll talk about that. But let's see, like from a timing perspective, Pepe being the alpha of the boys club gives the trigger, right? So what we see right here is that from the low, from Pepe's accumulation range low, it rallied roughly like, over 2x, 2 to 3x over about 35 days. Okay, if you guys can see that. It took about 35 days for Pepe to rally from its low. And then really, I mean, it busted through into price discovery right here, right? But it took a little over a month from the low. All right. So after that month, what was happening to, the boys club, Andy and Wolf during that period of time? Well, they were doing nothing. You can see right here, Wolf hadn't even been born yet, right? But they were doing nothing. They kind of had like little moves up, little moves down. But Pepe was grinding higher for a month. And then Andy and Wolf began to outperform because your alpha leads, your alpha sets the stage, it sets the tone, it shows you, exactly what's going to happen. It shows you the playbook. And then when it cools off and it pauses, you catch that big rotation. All right. So what we're seeing right here is basically what we've seen before. All right, I'll just make this red just so it's more pronounced. Pepe goes into price discovery, just like it did over here. And it's really from this swing low only been rallying for like a week, right? And over here it took a month. So what we're waiting for right now is, there's this small lag time between when Pepe goes into price discovery and when the beta train goes into price discovery, right? There's just a small lag. So what we're probably going to see is, maybe another 2 weeks ish of Pepe outperformance if I had to guess. And then you're going to see all these charts sync up again, where Andy's ripping in price discovery, Wolf is ripping in price discovery. But as you can see, like by the first rally over here, there was, a multiple week lag between, Pepe was ripping and everyone's like, oh, Andy and Wolf are not going to rip. Well, guess what? They ripped face and they ripped face hard, and it was incredible. So I'm expecting that same sort of regime, the same mechanics to be at play here once again. All right, once again. So hopefully everybody understands that like, look, let's give Pepe all the room it needs to rip. And then we're going to see the beta rotation, right? Just like last time. All right, let's talk about some pairs now. All right, let's talk about some pairs because I think a lot of people are confused on really how to even properly value some of this stuff. And we're going to talk about that. So for one, Pepe looks fantastic, but we are going to talk about, let's do this, right? Let's talk about Andy paired against ETH. So this is its true valuation right here. Okay, so this is Andy divided by Ethereum. When this chart is moving up, and I know it looks similar to Andy USD, but it's not. When this chart moves up, Andy is outperforming ETH. When this chart moves down, ETH is outperforming Andy. And why do we care about this? Well, because Andy is on ETH. In the truest sense, Andy is ETH beta, right? I mean, it's really correlated to Pepe because of the narrative. But Pepe's ETH beta, Andy's ETH beta, Wolf is ETH beta, right? So its true value being an ERC20 contract is we need to know whether it's better to swap our ETH into Andy or leave our ETH as is, right? And this is the true valuation right here, right? So looking at Andy ETH, I mean it's trading so cleanly. Going back over here, you can see very clearly we had mega demand. This was the region in which it held, expanded up, came back, retest, right? And then we broke out. And, we have just been, just chewing through levels, right? Beautiful bear trap right there. And now we're flirting with price discovery. We are in like the final region, the final supply region right here. Little pullback today again because majors are pulling off, pulling back, just kind of cooling off. But I mean, you have some serious demand below you right here. If we do continue to pull back, I would expect a big reaction out of this level personally. So it might even be as simple as just something like this. And then we're off to the races, right? But this looks really solid. It looks like Andy against ETH is about to go into price discovery. All right. So we'll leave it at that for now. Let's look at Andy Pepe here. So actually, I'm going to look at the other one. I already have some drawings saved on it just so we can save a little bit of time. In the simplest of terms, like Andy Pepe is in a giant compression here, a giant bull flag. You can see this trend line here has been suppressing price for a while, and then of course on the opposite side of that, we are bullishly compressing right here. So we are coming into, that really great shove spot on Andy Pepe. So what does this chart mean? When it goes up, Andy's a better hold than Pepe. When it goes down, Pepe's a better hold than Andy. And I think it's brewing for a move like this and a huge breakout where Andy ultimately does go on as beta to Pepe to dramatically outperform it this cycle. So we are kind of in our lower boundary right now. I think it's certainly looking really solid. So I think the risk to reward here for Andy over Pepe, knowing that typically, like I just showed you guys, there's about a 3 to 4 week lag between when Pepe starts its real big ascension up, then the rest of the boys club bids after it cools off for a little bit. So I think that the risk to reward has probably never been greater. Seeing that Pepe is leading the way for something like Andy and also Wolf. Looking at the Andy Pepe pair here, feels like again we are checking the boxes on all the technical retests right now. Just kind of waiting for ETH to take that next stab higher, and then everything is going to just catch a huge bid. So looks really solid here. Let's go over to Wolf. Let's look at Wolf ETH. Wolf ETH, almost in price discovery, right? Almost in price discovery, but really solid looking chart right here. Clean range, basically right at the previous all-time high right here. There's not much to say about this chart. Like one of the best looking charts in crypto is Wolf right now against everything. A lot of people are sleeping on it, but I mean, you can see that. And let me issue a quick reminder for those that this is a new concept. Dude, this is not Wolf USD. This is Wolf divided by ETH. Okay, so this chart goes up, Wolf is outperforming ETH. This chart goes down, ETH is outperforming Wolf. So right now, after setting a textbook, basically giant bear trap, like fake breakdown, we are now about to go into price discovery on Wolf. So if ETH rallies, this means that Wolf is going to rally even harder, right? So I mean, this chart is without question bullish. And here, let me even just flip this thing. Like this looks like it's gonna break down, right? So Wolf ETH giving you all of the signal that you need to understand that this is premier Ethereum beta, right? Just as it's designed to be. Wolf Pepe, right? Wolf Pepe, similarly to Andy, and we can erase this here, but as Pepe was just cooking today, the last couple days because of the big listings and stuff like that, getting a nice retrace here, was kind of like stuck at the previous all-time high, but I would expect this ultimately to resolve similarly like to Andy, where it's just kind of like curling up and ultimately goes for a giant breakout. Um, you know, it's very interesting to see how this chart behaves. Where like for one, we came back people, they don't believe in pair trading. I'm telling you, like, this is incredible. Like, the fact that you can pair trade Wolf against Pepe. Like, look at the rejections at the previous high. Look at how we swept this wick right here, took out this liquidity. And I'm looking at the Wolf Pepe chart, and this is how I view it, right? I view this as a giant accumulation right here. So accumulation range. This is ultimately going to be a deviation or a fake breakdown right here. And then we're going to reclaim this range, and you are going to see Wolf expand out of this. All right. So I think we're setting up for a giant PO3 right now on Wolf Pepe. And just a reminder, what does this chart mean? When this chart is moving up, Wolf is outperforming Pepe. When the chart's moving down, Pepe is outperforming Wolf. And you pair trade them against each other as part of the same narrative. Again, part of the boys club, both ETH beta, they pair trade incredibly clean against each other, right? So just like Andy is looking good against Pepe and bull flagging, Wolf is printing a different pattern. It's not a bull flag, but I think we're printing a giant PO3 here right now, which just stands for, it's a power of 3 fractal. Basically, it's just like you accumulate, set a bear trap, and then rip, right? So it's just a PO3 schematic, okay? But looks really, really solid in my opinion. All right, looks really, really solid. So it's really just a matter of time, guys. Like, the boys club is getting set up, the timing, it's all perfect, it's all coming together. And I couldn't be more bullish, Andy and Wolf right now, because I understand the relationship and the timing and how these rotations typically take effect. And it's impossible to time it perfectly, but I know it's a matter of days and weeks at the very, very latest. So, anyways, just wanted to give a quick update, but looking really good out there, guys. If you've been positioned, the wait is almost over. And if you haven't positioned yet, the clock is ticking. But, I'm here presenting the data, and hopefully you guys were able to digest what I was showing you today and understand the relationship between Pepe, Andy, and Wolf, and how the timing of these rotations typically happens. So no guarantees, but, based on historical data and trends, pretty solid case, I would say. So anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Before you guys go, please consider liking the video and also subscribing if you found some value out of what we just did here today. And last but not least, guys, please consider checking out the links below. BB Terminal is an absolutely awesome product, guys. It's a Swiss Army knife. It's got all of the tools and data that you could ever need or want in order to succeed in these markets. And we custom built it here at BB. We spent about 9 months to about a year, actually, building this thing from scratch, and we are now in beta, so you can actually use it. It's heavily discounted right now, and if you buy the BB terminal, you can also pay in crypto, guys. If you check that out, you can pay in crypto. You're going to get access to our Telegram alerts channel also, but if you really want to take your trading to the next level, guys, check out one of our Discord packages. What you can expect there is 3 hours per day of private live voice calls with me and the entire BB team and community. We have active positions channels, TA channels, things that we don't talk about here on YouTube or on X, guys. There's nothing like it out there. And within the BB Discord, you're going to get free access to the BB terminal included for free. There is not another community out there doing what we're doing, guys. So we continue to reinvest our time and our money into the community, and that's why people love it and they stay. So this market is too big to navigate alone. I encourage you to get out there, find your group. We certainly want to be that group for you. Maybe, it's not what you're looking for. Maybe it's exactly what you're looking for. But my trading has gotten exponentially better. My confidence in these markets has gotten exponentially better when I surrounded myself with the guys on the BB team and the BB community. A bunch of guys, like-minded individuals that take it seriously. So definitely consider checking out one of our Discord packages. But if not, join us with BB Terminal plus Telegram. Last but not least, guys, check out the BB Academy. If you like my charting here today and you want to learn all of our tips, tricks, secrets, everything like that, how we cumulatively as a team here at BB have navigated these markets from a technical and fundamental perspective for decades, check out the BB Academy, guys. I just dropped a free course, how to make your trading view charts look beautiful. Important first step. If you don't know how to look at the data and manipulate the data to be easier to understand, you're going to struggle. So check out that free course. But if you really want to take it to the next level and expedite your journey towards understanding these markets, check out the paid course, guys. There's nothing like it out there. I honestly can say with confidence, it's one of the best courses, if not the best trading courses for all levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced. It covers everything you need to know. So a lot of people out there, myself included, teaching TA for free and FA. But there's a difference between a paid product and a free product, and you guys will see that if you join the BB Academy. It's an absolutely awesome course. But yeah, join us somewhere, guys. Join us in the Discord. Check out BB Terminal. Check out BB Academy. You can pay in crypto now for our services, so major, major benefit. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for being here. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.